In today's short analysis video, we will discuss on Tesla stock. My dear friends, this stock has broken down from an important support level, and along with that, there are multiple negative factors which has already been materialized, and that would allow us to capitalize an opportunity to short sell this stock. We can initiate a short sell position before and downside correction get trigger. My dear friends, previously also we had uploaded and stock details on Apple stock, and even the Apple stock is showing a negative breakdown. And after that, this is a second stock, Tesla, which is also showing the same negative pattern. So my dear friends, all large cap stocks is showing a negative chart patterns, so there might be a big downside correction will trigger in coming weeks, in coming days. So be very careful if you are on the buy side, my dear friends. And if you'll make a closer look over here, this was a bottom where the stock had given an upper sloping parallel channel in the form of stock had given an upside rally in the upper sloping parallel channel, and as long as the stock was trading under this upper sloping parallel channel, the stock had given a massive upside bull cycle, and there was in back-to-back higher highs. First higher highs registered here, the second higher is first higher highs over here, the second higher highs here, and the third higher highs here. But as soon as this upper sloping parallel channel got trigger on the downside, first time its higher highs shifted to lower lows. And this is a point where we got a two major confirmation. Here we got a two major negative signal, and this was a point where the game started to change. According to the technicals, whenever this upper parallel channel get breakdown, the very first thing you have to do is to protect your short-term profit. And secondly, whenever you identify that higher high is getting shifted to lower lows, you have to immediate buy your buying. You have to immediately stop buying this stock. You have to immediately stop averaging this stock. And in fact, you can initiate a short sell position with a strict stop loss, and you can ride on the downside. And finally, my dear friends, now if you'll see the RSI, even you'll be surprised to know the diversion is showing a negative diversion. If you'll see this higher highs is on the tilting on the upper side, or it's in flat, but RSI is tilting on the downside, and this is a point where we got a breakdown, and this will going to give the downside pressure to the stock. And finally, my dear friends, we will discuss the chart pattern. If you'll see a closer look over here, you will be able to see there is a double top pattern. It's a theory pattern, it's, if you see the theory, it will show the clear theory pattern. It's a clear visible, my dear friends, this pattern. If you see over here, there's a clear double top pattern where it's very easy to identify, man. Even the even the zero knowledge on technicals can easily identify this pattern. And now on the downside, the very first target, that will be at $360. Very soon you will see the targets reaching to $360, and the second target will be somewhere around $325. So these are the two major downside targets. Very soon you will see, my dear friends. And this area of the neckline will act as a strong resistance, because multiple negative factors or trigger over here. This was an area where we have seen the upper sloping parallel channel trigger on the downside. This was an area where we have identified higher highs shifted to lower lows. This was an area where we have seen the negative diversion between the price action and RSI indicator, and this was an area where we have seen the negative chart pattern breakdown, that is a double top pattern. So with due respect to all these negative breakdowns, this area of the neckline has turned into an important resistance. So far it was in support, but now support has turned into an resistance after the breakdown. So my dear friends, this is it for today's analysis. If you really like my analysis, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And my dear friends, if the stock goes on the upside, you have to utilize that rally hasn't short. You have to make a approach rise on sell, sell on rise approach. Thanks my dear friends.